Good afternoon. Good afternoon, children of heaven. Good afternoon, lovers of truth and righteousness. Thank you for joining me as you're coming in. As you're coming in, continue to hit the like button. Let me see. Let's hope maybe you can play some of our music. Let's see. Which one can we play now? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Raphael Chiamaka Jere here. Okay. Let's play the freedom song. Let's play the freedom song.
know, yes, I know. Justice is coming, justice is coming, justice is coming, oh yes, I know. Justice is coming, justice is coming, justice is coming, oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know. Yes, I know. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Oh yes, I know. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Oh yes, I know. 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 Yes, I know.
Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go. No, sorry.
Nabụghana megidere ha, ụmụada megidere ha, nyomọna megidere ha, gbizugbe megidere, ọzọ amụma megidere ha, ọzọ ana megidere ha, ngwueko megidere ha, zinụzọ megidere, ozuzu ahụ megidere ha, ozuzu nkwọ megidere ha, ozuzu eke megidere ha, ozuzu orie megidere ha, ikwu nne megidere ha, ikwu nna megidere ha, ikwu na ibe megidere ha, agbata obi megidere ha, enu megide enu na ana megide, mmụọ si n'oge adọrọ anyị na mma. Ụmụada megidere ha, nyomọna megidere ha, gbizugbe megidere, ọzọ amụma megidere ha, ọzọ ana megidere ha, ngwueko megidere ha, zinụzọ megidere, ozuzu ahụ megidere ha, ozuzu nkwọ megidere ha, ozuzu eke megidere ha, ozuzu orie megidere ha, ikwu nne megidere ha, ikwu nna megidere ha, ikwu na ibe megidere ha, agbata obi megidere ha, elu megide elu na ala megide, mmụọ si n'oge adọrọ anyị na mma. Nabụghana megidere ha, ụmụada megidere ha, nyomọna megidere ha, gbizugbe megidere, ọzọ amụma megidere ha, ọzọ ana megidere ha, ngwueko megidere ha, zinụzọ megidere, ozuzu ahụ megidere ha, ozuzu nkwọ megidere ha, ozuzu eke megidere ha, ozuzu orie megidere ha, ikwu nne megidere ha, ikwu nna megidere ha, ikwu na ibe megidere ha, agbata obi megidere ha, enu megide enu na ana megide, mmụọ si n'oge adọrọ anyị na mma. Ụmụada megidere ha, nyomọna megidere ha, gbizugbe megidere, ọzọ amụma megidere ha, ọzọ ana megidere ha, ngwueko megidere ha, zinụzọ megidere, ozuzu ahụ megidere ha, ozuzu nkwọ megidere ha, ozuzu eke megidere ha, ozuzu orie megidere ha, ikwu nne megidere ha, ikwu nna megidere ha, ikwu na ibe megidere ha, agbata obi megidere ha, elu megide elu na ala megide, mmụọ si n'oge adọrọ anyị na mma.
Amen. 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 Amen.
Onye du aịkpọ o meriwo n'izu onire ya abakarị mama dawụra ụlọ pụrụ imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 ụlọ pụrụ imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 Nnamdi bụ onye du aịkpọ o meriwo n'izu abakarị mandabụra unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi win the war Python dance 1 Python dance 2 na Python dance 3 unu apụghị imeri Nnamdi.
Yes.
You must go and listen
Okay.
to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important. You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
All right. Let's go to the subjects of today.
You might be asking yourself, can you actually create high quality live streams?
Social justice, equity.
All right. This is the subject for today, and we are going to delve into it with speed. With speed. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Thank you, lovers of freedom. Thank you, every one of you. Happy Sunday. If there's anything for you to be happy about, for me, my happiness will only be complete when we have entered into our rest and our freedom, which is Biafra. Thank you so much. I remain your host on this channel, Raphael Chamaka Jere, aka Pastor Vam Vam Vam. They call me General Vam Vam Vam, like Eunice and the Gaddafi of Biafra. And they have their very genuine reason for doing that. And maybe some of these things I will talk about today will make you understand why some people choose not to add pastor to my name and they prefer to call me General Vam Vam Vam. And because, you know, when they tell you they are pastors these days, you just have to be very careful. The man who is the subject matter today, Hasan Kukah, happened to be a reverend priest of the Roman Catholic Church. Thank you for joining me, everyone, and I can cite my own Helen. Thank you so much for joining me at this hour. Thank you so much. You know, he is the Reverend Father in charge of Roman Catholic Church, wherever in the north. And then he was there 2 or 3 days ago. He was invited to the ceremony. You know, they said, whatever they called it, they said they are waiting for the inauguration on the 29th. But actually, the meeting where Hasan Kukah was invited was actually the inaugural ceremony, as far as we are concerned, because that is where Tinubu was actually acknowledged completely as the president select, as Mayogun would call it, Presidiot Select of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom called Nigeria. And this man, who happened to be a reverend, was invited to that falsehood, to that sin and gathering of vultures, gathering of iniquity. He was invited and he honored the invitation and he went. And ordinarily, you would expect him to go there like Elijah would display when he's invited before Ahab. But, these people are just something else. I'm going to play it for you. And then if I have the time, I will interject and analyze. Remember, I'm Pastor Van Van Van, and I will do justice when there is need. And at the top of the hour, if I am not through with this analysis, I will have to continue in the part 2, because at the top of the hour, we will be hosting one of our ministers from the coastal region of Biafra, Mama Erewa, on the media platform at the top of the hour, which is 3 p.m. Biafra time and happens to be 4 p.m. our own time. And so we have about 40 minutes or thereabout to see what we can do with this 17 minutes video. With this 17 minutes video, we'll see what we can do about it. So you're welcome. And most of these videos, YouTube, they do everything to deprive us of some of the benefits other people enjoy from YouTube, but we don't care, because what we do is for freedom. If you don't mind to support and encourage, you know what to do. But we just have to kickstart this immediately. Please share it, hit the like button. At least that one you will try, so that other people can see this video. And I want to quickly do something. I don't know if I will have the time to make it an open mic. Maybe it will be in the part 2, so that people can come in and talk. Because some of the things I heard this man saying in this meeting, was actually tearing my heart, and I was very, very angry. I was very, very angry. Some of the things he said were beautiful things in the ears of some people that don't have the depth or the knowledge of what is happening in the zoo. Some of the things he's saying, or he might be saying, will sound very pleasant to you. So, like some of the comments I saw, they will say, what a truth. He said the truth. He's speaking the truth to them. He's telling them the truth. But the question is, in the first place, was he supposed to be there? He had no business with those people. He had no business there. As a love, as a sign of solidarity and support for Christianity in that contraption, as a sign of, solidarity for the Christians that are being murdered and being massacred in Benue, in Plateau, in Nasarawa, in Adamawa. What is this man doing in the gathering of these vultures? What is he doing there? They invite you and you go there, and you won't have the balls to actually look them in the face and tell them this impunity should be over with. He doesn't have the balls to do that. And so why do you grant such honor to them? Why do you give them such privilege? If you want to be a man of God, if you want to be a man of truth, if not that you need accolade from demons, because any accolade you get from this sect of people is like accolade from the troops in hell. It's like accolade from the devil himself. I'm telling you, how can you grant such a request? A man of God? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would always say, I used to have respect for this Kukah of a guy. And come to think of it, his name is Hasan. Matthew Hasan. Does it not ring a bell? Matthew Hasan Kukah. Let's go. Let me play it. I have to get my background, because I am very, very angry with this set of people. And then when they identify with Christianity and they make you believe that Christianity is the way, these are pathetic lots, honestly. So disgusting. Let me play this. All right, let's go. Where's that video? All right, let's go.
Equity, and a better society at home and worldwide. Matthew Hasan Kukah served as a member of Nigeria's Truth Commission, Secretary of the Catholic Bishops' Conference, member of Nigeria Electoral Reform Committee, and also a member of the National Peace Committee. A Kennedy School of Government master's degree holder in public policy, he also holds a Doctor of Philosophy degree from the School of Oriental and African Studies at the University of London.
Are you hearing that? Are you hearing all the accolades that are being heaped on this man who happened to be a pastor? And the people heaping accolade to him are Fulani people. You know, and he's there, look at him, he's there with that regalia of all those things, you know, and that priesthood. And they are heaping all those, you know, who are giving you all this accolade, giving you all this title. You know, that's what they enjoy. They enjoy the title, the titled people, you know, pastor, bishop, you know, with all the qualifications from London, Cambridge, or whatever they call them, and Nigeria, under Nigeria. And this man is a proud Nigerian. Proud of the people that are massacring and destroying Christians en masse. People that are determined to end everything that you represent. They are determined to end everything that you represent. As far as they are concerned, the faith you practice is the infidel, is considered infidel. As far as they're concerned. And there's no way you can please them. That's the accolade you enjoy. You sit down there with your hand on the chair, and Christians are dying in Southern Kaduna. Christians are being mowed down in Plateau. Christians are being mowed down in Benue. You are there. They are slicing some of their throats in all those Christian communities that you are supposed to represent. And you are there. Sokoto, where you are supposed to be the leader of Christianity there, people are not bold enough to erect churches there. In fact, they tell them when to be in church and when not to be. In fact, they don't have the freedom of worship in those places. And you are there. They are heaping accolades on you. And you are proud. You are happy. You see why these people are so shameless? Shameless. And they bear the name of Christ as they claim. These are agents of devil. These people don't know Christ. Kukah, how can you say this one belongs to Christ? How can this be a representation of Christianity? Representing Christianity, and you are in such a gathering trying to represent Christ? Eh? I'm on a live broadcast. I'm on a live broadcast. Try to represent Christ. Who are you representing? Umwekwensu everywhere. Calling the name of Christ. Don't worry. It's over for very soon. Where's that video? Listen to all the accolades where he was being given. Let me not waste my time and take it back. Let's follow up. It's not playing. Let me refresh it. It's not playing. I notice it's not playing. Excuse me. Good. Okay. It should be better now. Let me pick it up. Okay.
Currently the Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, may I invite my Lord Bishop Matthew Hasan Kukah.
Your Excellencies, Mr. President and the Vice President and our brother, friend, the former President of Kenya, other distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure that many of you may already be nervous as to what Bishop Kukah is going to say. I feel like Miriam Makeba, the late Miriam Makeba.
You see, there's one thing. There's one thing I want you to understand. This man, if you are a Christian and see anything good in this man, then you are just you don't know Christ, because the Bible says we should not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. You are going to listen to his story. I will play it. This man is, he has so much respect among all these sect of caliphates, demonic people. He has so much respect. They respect him a lot. And when these people, enemies of the cross, respect you, a cross bearer, and they have no issues with you, it simply means you are compromised. It simply means, you are in a league with them. It simply means you are not telling them, what your book have instructed you to tell them. It simply means that they are comfortable with you. You are not a threat to them. In fact, they are happy with you. Because if you are truly the light, this set of people are people that encourage bandits. There are people that encourage Boko Haram. There are people that have admitted that a Boko Haram can be the president of their country. There are people that have no problem with AK-47 wielding headsmen. And you are, somebody say no sound. That's not correct. That's not correct, Stella Ozuka. Maybe you should refresh. There was no sound, but I've refreshed it now. Check. Is she correct by no sound? No sound from YouTube. Lord, somebody should talk to me, please. Please, where are the people watching from YouTube? Thank you. So please refresh your system, please. All right. Or maybe she's watching from the place where there was no sound. That's why she said no sound. So maybe lose my line of thought there. So let's go. Let's go on and listen to him, quickly before our time will be up. You just see the way he's beaming with smiles, and this guy is smiling in the midst of all these terrible people. And there are people outside there crying that their mandate were stolen, crying. Some are crying that their mandate were stolen. Some are crying that an ancestor, is being forced on them. Some are crying that rule of law is not being followed. But this guy, who happened to be a Christian leader, is there. Look at him. He's there, smiling with them, and all the microphones are before him, and the president, Boko Haram leaders, and all of them are there, and he's smiling with them, and he's happy. He's comfortable with them. He's very, very happy. And then look at him. He's there, and he's smiling, he's happy. And everywhere is like people are crying, people are lamenting, people are, unsettled. Christians are all over the north in IDP camps. And this son of the devil is smiling. He's actually smiling and he's happy. Let's go on.
She said that every time I stand up to speak, they will say, here comes the troublemaker. But President Uhuru Kenyatta, I really want to thank you. I mean, your most eloquent speech struck a chord. And had I received a copy of your speech earlier,
this guy is praising now. You see this monster? This guy is a monster. The one sitting down there, that's the past president of Kenya. He, under his watch, it was conspired with him, and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was kidnapped from Kenya with the support of this guy here. This guy here. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a Judeo-Christian. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a Judeo-Christian. And this idiot that calls himself a bishop has accolades for this guy here, this pot-bellied Ekwensu here, Uhuru Kenyatta. Do you know that Hasan Kukah, or what do you call him? Well, I'm not surprised he's Hassan. Has nothing to ask about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Has nothing to talk about injustice being meted. Either in Kenya, this guy is such, people hate him already in Kenya. They don't want to see him. These are evil leaders in Africa. Terrible people. Very terrible people. And this guy that calls himself a bishop is so comfortable with these people. And this one comes to deliver a speech in admitting a non-elected, that a stolen, oh my goodness me, criminal drug baron is being inaugurated into office, and Uhuru Kenyatta came in the knowledge of everything that happened in that contraption. And a bishop is saying that this one delivered a speech and is giving him accolade. You see why you should block? That is, oh my God, boycott everything called church. That's your contraption. These are evil people. Do you know what I'm talking about? This guy here, under his government, somebody came to his country to do some important assignments, and he was kidnapped. The stories everywhere. And this idiot have not said anything about it. He didn't say anything about it. And he's no longer in power. This guy is evil, and he should be rotting in jail, and somebody is giving him accolade. Does this guy deserve any respect? Goodness me. And a bishop is actually giving him accolade. A bishop. Okay, let's go. That's not the worst of all the things he said, but let's go ahead.
I think that even that alone should have broadened the scope of our conversation. As you can see, the Sultan and I are different. He's taller than me. He has a much more regal appearance. And he's spoken to you about the caliphate and its wonderful values. I'm a citizen of Nigeria living in Sokoto, but I'll come from a slightly different perspective, from the point of view of constitutionalism and constitutional governance.
This thing looks like the volume is low. Oh my goodness, the volume is low. I don't like the volume. The feedback I'm getting, I'm not encouraged. I'm not encouraged by the feedback I'm getting. I don't like the feedback I'm getting. Let me go and get this video from somewhere else. Maybe from Facebook. It's low. Let me, oh my God, my time is very short. I don't like the feedback I'm getting from there. You say, okay, it's clear, but I'm getting a feedback, a very low something. Is it sound? Are you guys hearing that Kukah guy very well? Okay, if you are hearing him well, then no problem. I have to continue. If you can hear him, and there's no need for me to go and start fetching. Let me see what you guys are writing in the comment section. Can you guys hear him very well? The bishop. Yeah, it's low. It's low. It's low. Yeah, Pride Tide says it's low. It's low. The feedback I'm getting is really low. Okay, let me go and look for it on Facebook. And look for that video on Facebook. Okay.
This
Okay. This one will be better. Let me share the screen on this one. The sound on this one will be better. All right.
you may already be nervous as to what Bishop Kukah is going to say. I feel like Miriam Makeba, the late Miriam Makeba. She said that every time I stand up to speak, and they will say, here comes the troublemaker. But President Uhuru Kenyatta, I really want to thank you. I mean, your most eloquent speech struck a chord. And had I received a copy of your speech earlier, I think that even that alone should have broadened the scope of our conversation. As you can see, the Sultan and I are different. He's taller than me. He has a much more regal appearance. And he's spoken to you about the caliphate and its wonderful values. I'm a citizen of Nigeria.
You see? He's also talking about the Sultan, because this guy, this Kukah guy, lives in Sokoto with the Sultan of Sokoto, the leader of the caliphate, and is telling you, and you all know what the caliphate is all about. You know all what they are all about. The caliphate, they are the descendants of the Uthman Danfodio, who are hell-bent in bringing about Islamic rule over Nigeria. They want to bring an Islamic rule over Nigeria. And so this guy is actually cracking jokes about the Sultan. He said the Sultan just spoke about the caliphate and his values and what it's all about. And you know what the caliphate is all about. I didn't listen to the speech of the Sultan, and I'm not interested in that because I know who they are and I know what they are all about. And this guy here, this Kukah guy is a very, very evil person. Why is he evil? There is a brother whom these caliphate people murdered. His name is the former CBN deputy governor, our brother Obadiah Mai Lafia. Obadiah Mai Lafia had told us everything about the caliphate, all their intentions and what they intend to bring about and what they intend to carry out in the zoo. And when he exposed those things about the caliphate and the Fulani oligarch, whatever you call them, he was sought after and they took him out. Did you hear anything from this Kukah? Kukah is a nationwide respected man. He's a man they will call to come and speak on behalf of Christians. And a Christian brother whose concern was about the fellow Christians who were being murdered in southern Kaduna was taken out with a lot of questions surrounding his death. And this Hasan of a guy who happens to call himself a Christian, and he has a name called Hasan Kukah. That rings a bell. Hasan is not a Muslim name. You know, these are they pretend to be on your side, but they are actually working for the caliphate. They are instruments these caliphates are using. They are working in tandem. They are doing everything to make sure the will of the caliphate comes to pass in Nigeria. You understand? It's Hasan Kukah. Hasan. What did he say? Did he say anything about the murder of Obadiah Mailafia? No. Obadiah Mailafia was one of the enemies of these caliphate people. They went after him and they took him out. Have you ever seen them going after this man, Kukah, to take him out? He is not a threat to them. Kukah is not a threat to them. All this thing is saying that when I'm coming, they will say this troublemaker. No, it's a lie. They don't consider you a troublemaker. You know who they consider a troublemaker? Masin Namdekanu, Obadiah Mailafia. If they consider you a troublemaker, you are not going to be in their midst there, talking freely with microphone standing in your front. You will be in prison. Or you would be in the grave. So you are not a troublemaker, Kukah. You are just Hasan, another brother to them. You are not a troublemaker. You are Hasan, one of their brother. And so whatever it is you say will please them, will suit them. It will encourage them because you cannot speak forcefully. You cannot be bold like Obadiah Mailafia. You can never be bold like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because you are Hasan. You are fake. You are complete fake. Hasan. That's who you are. And I wonder, that is why if you are a Catholic and you don't begin to protest that how can one Hasan be a bishop over you and then you claim you are a Catholic in that country? You want to be in Nigeria, a Catholic, and one Hasan who is playing the card of the caliphate, romancing the stone with the caliphate, and you are proud Catholic in Nigeria. Shame on you all. Shame on you all. I am Pastor Van Van Van. We'll say it the way it is. Let's go. Look at him.
Of Nigeria living in Sokoto, but I'll come from a slightly different perspective. From the point
Back
of
a little bit. I want to hear what he said there again.
Earlier, I think that even that alone should have broadened the scope of our conversation. As you can see, the Sultan and I are different. He's taller than me. He has a much more regal appearance. And he's spoken to you about the caliphate and its wonderful values. I'm a citizen of Nigeria living in Sokoto, but I'll come from a slightly different perspective, from the point of view of constitutionalism and constitutional governance and how all this fit into religion. Because I think the temptation for many of us is to assume that somehow religion is a problem. And I think the former president's speech made the point very clear that religion, just like any other form of identity, whether it's ethnicity, religion, gender, the real problem is when these categories are left unattended to.
Did you hear this idiot? Do you just hear him? He said that they are assuming, people assume that religion is the problem. So he is actually doing damage control for the caliphate. He is telling the world, he is a bishop, a Catholic bishop. He is telling the world that religion is not the problem. No, it's not a problem at all. That's what this idiot is saying. He said that religion is not a problem. No, it is just the understanding. And the last time we checked in Plateau, over 200 Christians were murdered. Christians were murdered. And this evil man who is wearing a cassock and calls himself a bishop is here on national TV telling the world that religion is not a problem. Brethren, can you really believe that? Is this not madness? This idiot is actually telling the world that no, there's no religious problem. Oh. No, there's no religious problem. Religion is not the problem. It's just the understanding. They don't understand us. We need to understand ourselves. And Christians are being pummeled, murdered, massacred. Children are slit into two. Pregnant women are being, oh my goodness. If you see the pictures coming from Plateau, if they show you the pictures coming from Benue, if they show you pictures coming from Southern Kaduna, and these are all Christians, and this idiot, blood-sucking demon that calls himself a bishop, he said that religion is not a problem. Can you believe that? Hey! Oh my God. Let me take that line back.
And I think the former president's speech, Nigeria living in Sokoto, but I'll come from a slightly different perspective, from the point of view of constitutionalism and constitutional governance and how all this fit into religion. Because I think the temptation for many of us is to assume that somehow religion is a problem.
So it's a temptation. He said it's a temptation to somehow assume that religion is the problem. So religion is not the problem. A Christian leader in Adamawa, his neck was cut off. And religion is not the problem. Churches are being bombed every day. And religion is not the problem. Hey, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
And I think the former president's speech made the point very clear that religion, just like any other form of identity, whether it's ethnicity, religion, gender.
You see the people he's talking with. There, right there, the one that is the president, vice president-elect. He is the leader of Boko. And this one is an impostor. An impostor. They call him Buhari, but he's actually an impostor, Boko Haram. And this one is the one that, you know, that just finished off in Kenya, that supported the kidnap of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and they call him Uhuru Kenyatta. You understand? Yeah. Somebody said he is afraid of being killed. And that is the more reason why he shouldn't even be close to them. It is either he runs away from there and tell the world what is happening to Christianity in that contraption, or he converts to Islam and answers the second name. Don't just to leave one of the name, one of the Islamic name, to be close to them. You should answer the second name that finishes up with Hassan. Maybe Hassan Ishmael or Hassan Mohammed. Let him just become one of them completely. Because you're going to hear him here, where the Sultan was actually telling him, he's admitted that Sultan told him that he is going to be converted. Well, it came from his mouth. Now let's go on. Let's go on.
The real problem is when these categories are left unattended to. It is then that they provoke problems. So I really think that we must appreciate the fact that all the values and the temptations, the trials that the people of Kenya have gone through. In summary, what struck me very...
Now, this Hassan guy is saying that it is because this problem are left unattended to. Is it today you know that these problems are being attended to? Is it today you know that they will not? Are you pretending like you don't know that they will never attend to those problems? And the way you are speaking, do you think if they will attend to this problem, the way you are speaking will actually make them attend to the problem? Where you come and you are telling them that religion is not the problem, and the problem is the way they are being attended to, who will attend to them? The same government that is giving go ahead to bandits, the same government that said that the bandits are their own warriors. How do you want them to attend to it? They have told you their plan, they've told you their mind, they told you what they want to do, and you are still there deceiving people that you are speaking for Christianity and telling the world that it is because they are not attended to. Attend to as how? In what way? You are an infidel, for goodness sake. Except maybe you are not, because you are Hasan. But every Christian is considered an infidel. And they will never, ever attend to anything you're talking about. What the heck are you saying? What are you saying? I need to make myself bigger because there's no need. Let's just be hearing his voice. They left and attended to. How would they attend to it? They already told you. They gave you their blueprint. They are taking it one step at a time. The Obadiah Malafia not tell you. The naval commander who happened to you, who used to be one of the killing machine that they have, they did not admit that something is really wrong and that there's no way it can be fixed. Everybody have told you. Mazen Namdekanu has spoken the tongue with that number. He even had respect to you, on you, and called you out on several occasions and told you that, look, if not that he had respect for you, he would have called you all manner of names. Did you pay attention to what Mazen Namdekanu said? No, you wouldn't pay attention. You know why? Because you are one of them. You are Hasan. You are one of them. So why is it that Christians would allow this set of people, someone like this, to actually be a Christian leader over them? Why? Have you ever heard that they put him in jail? Or they arrested this guy and they put him in jail because of what he said? The only way you will know that you are a real troublemaker is that they are throwing you from one jail to the other, and they are attempting at your life at every given occasion. They will not protect you. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play it for another 8 minutes, and I will stop, and later we'll come back and analyze this because my time is almost up. Let me play it. Just listen. It's not playing. Not playing. Why now? This thing, I thought this modern system would make it work well. This thing, wow. Thought I had a sophisticated system, but this thing is just acting up. I don't want to play it for you now, guys. I'll listen to it for a few minutes.
The trials that the people of Kenya have gone through. In summary, what struck me very powerfully was the idea of the tyranny of numbers, the tyranny of victory. And if I may add, the arrogance and the triumphalism that tends to characterize victory, and how dangerous all these are. Because numbers are important, but they're only important up to a point. And the real challenge is what you do and how you aggregate these numbers for national development. And I think Nigeria and Africa in general must wake up to the threat that is posed by the emergence of what you call illiberal democracy. 20 years ago, this word was not talked about, but now it is in the vocabulary of political science, that there is a resurgence of democracies that look like democracies but don't work like democracies. They conduct elections, they have judiciaries, they have political parties, but in the final analysis, they are a halfway house between the values of democracy and dictatorship and tyranny. And I think that the guest speaker has given us all the ingredients we require to be able to walk through the challenges. And I saw the vice president-elect smiling. He's somebody I already know. And I appreciate the depth of his intellect and his capacity to process a lot of the issues that are on the table.
Did you hear the accolade he's giving to the Boko Haram leader? Shetima. He said Shetima have intellect and vocabulary and everything. Hey, you people are in a very big soup. You are all in a hot pot of soup. I'm telling you. We need to take this again. No, I'm going to take this all over again from the top when I come back, honestly. But it's just pathetic, honestly. Listen to the accolade he's giving to Shetima. And he's talking about tyranny and all that. The man he's trying to use as an example, Uhuru Kenyatta, he's just a tyrannical leader from Kenya. Only that the people of Kenya are a little bit more wiser than the people from where he is. Because from Kenya, the man wanted to continue to, lead forever, maybe by putting his own stooge there, the people that will be answerable to him. And another government, another people came in to take over, and they fought that election. After the voting, people came back and said, no way. And the election was fought, and the right person that won got the power. Something that has never happened in Nigeria and that will never happen. You understand? The man sitting down there that was lecturing them is another tyrannical demon from Kenya. And this bishop pretend as if he doesn't know the antecedents of Uhuru Kenyatta, was using him as an example. And he's coming to the vice presidential elect, who happened to be a friend to Boko Haram, who in recent times was seen in pictures and videos exchanging pleasantries with bandits and Boko Haram. And the Hasan Kukah is actually giving accolade to these monsters.
House between the values of democracy and dictatorship and tyranny. And I think that the guest speaker has given us all the ingredients we require to be able to walk through the challenges. And I saw the vice president-elect smiling. He's somebody I already know. And I appreciate the depth of his intellect and his capacity to process a lot of the issues.
The depth of his intellect and his capacity to process. Now, which capacity is Kukah talking about? Because where did he see capacity? What example has Shetima ever laid? Is it the capacity from the audio leak? Is Kukah not aware of the audio leak between Shetima and the former governor of Ogun State, Benga? Was it Benga? What was the name of the governor of Ogun State? Is that the capacity and intellect that Kukah is talking about? Christians in Nigeria, come and help me ask your bishop. Come and help me ask your bishop, who is saying that Shetima has in-depth intellect and capacity to handle the issues of, terrorism or whatever. And what did he say? Let me see. Let me take that line back. What he said, the intellect that this guy has to control.
To be able to walk through the challenges. And I saw the vice president-elect smiling. He's somebody. But in the final analysis, they are a halfway house between the values of democracy and dictatorship and tyranny.
Okay.
And I think that
dictatorship and tyranny is what he's talking about. Hello? Yeah. Hello, are they live, eh? Yeah. Okay, I'll call you. So he has the capacity to control, to be able to resolve the issue of dictatorship and tyranny, which is actually embedded. Dictatorship and tyranny is actually embedded in the system of these caliphate people. They are dictators. Tyranny is their second name. And that is the only thing we know about these people. That is the only attributes that we can pinpoint from these people. And Bishop Kukah is evil intendedly telling you that these men that are known for these diabolic attributes has the capacity to actually fight against them. Can you believe it? He is consciously telling the world, who already know who these people are. Do you think America doesn't know them? You think Britain knows them? That's why they are confidently using them. Because it is only by dictatorship and tyranny that they will be in control over intelligent people, over 200 people, 200 million people. Only by dictatorship and tyranny will they be able to control this mass of people. And Kukah is here telling us that this vice president-elect, who is possessed with this demon of tyranny and dictatorship, has the capacity to fight it. Christians, can you come and ask your bishop this question? Because let's hear him where he's giving that accolade again.
Work like democracies. They conduct elections, they have judiciaries, they have political parties, but in the final analysis, they are a halfway house between the values of democracy and dictatorship and tyranny. And I think that the guest speaker has given us all the ingredients we require to be able to walk through the challenges. And I saw the vice president-elect smiling. He's somebody I already know, and I appreciate the depth of his intellect and his capacity to process a lot of the issues that are on the table. There are many people, including Christians, who will be disappointed that Bishop Kukah is standing here because has been made.
Thank you. He said there are many people who will be disappointed that Bishop Kukah is standing here. Oh my God. So he actually said this. He actually said that many people will be disappointed that Bishop Kukah is standing there and talking this gibberish, vomiting this nonsense from his mouth. That there are many people that will be disappointed. And if there is any Christian or any human being that sucked his mother's breast, that did not just drink cow milk, that sucked his mother's breast, that was not fed with fura de nono, if there's anybody that will not be offended, then that person is done for. It is obvious that whoever doesn't get angry that this bishop is actually here attending to this meeting and saying all these good things about these people, if there's anybody there, that means that person must have been fed with Fulani cow meat and Fulani fura de no. I'm telling you. Honestly. He said it. He actually said it. This is where I'm going to end it. Let me just play it again for like 2 minutes and I will go and join my people because we are going to come live here to interview.
Yes, and I saw the vice president-elect smiling. He's somebody I already know, and I appreciate the depth of his intellect and his capacity to process a lot of the issues that are on the table. There are many people, including Christians, who will be disappointed that Bishop Kukah is standing here because has been made out of the fact that we are dealing with a Muslim set of people who have won the elections. What are the implications of this for Nigeria? And of course, with one side of our mouth, we also say as Nigerians that we want people to be able to govern us, who love us, who cherish us, and who understand the principles of the management of diversity.
Okay. The principles of the management of diversity. Brethren, there is a lot to be said in this video. I am telling you, the part 2 of this program is going to be a blockbuster. Believe me, the part 2 of this video, if YouTube doesn't ban me, then it is by the grace of God. I'm telling you. The part 2 of this video is going to be explosive. Hey, Chineke Nonyebere, I will be back. Vam will be back. You heard that? He said, especially Christians, there are people that will be disappointed in him. Especially Christians. because of the issue of Muslim tickets. He knew that his conscience beat him there. But because he is Hasan, he doesn't care whether anybody feels bad about it. And now, the people that do not accept and do not believe that anything Muslim ticket will work for them in that zoo. Now, Bishop Kukah is trying to tell them that their brain is not complete. That he, Hasan Kukah, can help them or convince them that Muslim ticket, not just ordinary Muslim ticket, terrorist Muslim and drug baron Muslim tickets. That Boko Haram leader tickets and the drug baron Muslim tickets will help Nigerians. Bishop Kukah want to tell those people that have said no way to those tickets and have said there's no way we'll allow this nonsense to continue. He wants to tell them that they are wrong, that he is right. I will be back in the part 2. And I can tell you, I will be back with hell, like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And go and tell those accountability bingos that Bam will be coming back with hell. Let them use this one for their next program. Umokoko. I love you guys. Please subscribe to this channel and share this program. I will be back shortly because we will be interviewing our mommy Erewa from the media team. And I don't want to miss that because I am the Deputy Minister, Information Communication of the media team. I will be back. Please share this program and make it go viral. Already, YouTube have tagged this program on safe already. I go through the analytics, I already saw it. They have tagged it on safe for advertising and for anything. So we don't care. So we don't care. That's why if some people encourage us with their super chats, it is allowed. You understand? So we don't care. We're not going to stop them. The second part, Chineke no mere tell YouTube that we are here. So if they ban us, thank God our app is coming, where every one of us will begin to say anything we want to say, show any video we want to show, and nobody will stop us anymore. May God bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the dragon. And may God bless every one of you as you continue to follow this truth and stand gidigba on this truth. There's no stopping us. We move. We move.